circling your head, contemplating everything you ever said. Now I see the truth, I got it down. A different motive.
Corner. He stands 5 feet 5 inches tall. He weighs 135 pounds. From Chicago, Illinois, fighting out of Team No Ego. This is Jerrald Williams.
Sean G, an animal. Jerrald Williams, his last fight in Libertyville, a knockout, his first knockout. So
it's going to be interesting where this fight ends up. I think as long as it stays on his feet, G's going to have a little bit of an advantage.
Yeah, absolutely.
But Jerrald's definitely going to want to bring this fight to the ground, I think.
Yeah, both fighters well-rounded, but it is to a degree a striker versus wrestler matchup. You know, an old school one. Jerrald Williams immediately taking G down. We'll see what G can do. Jerrald Williams needs to bring him away from the cage. You can't let him use that cage to stand up. Sean G, you know, I have to say he looks better off his back than he has before. He's definitely been working on it.
Yeah, his ground game, I think, has come a long way in the last like 6 months or so.
You can definitely tell some improvement, and that's a good thing. And, you know, that's one of those things where if he's just tying up, at least he's not taking any damage. Now he is a little bit, but he's standing back up. Sean G needs to keep that overhook, get his left leg straightened out, and use the cage to stand back up. Not quite doing it yet, but doing a decent job, you know, avoiding punishment.
Oh, absolutely. Looks like Jerrald's trying to go ahead and get that inside leg there.
And Jerrald has him back down again. Now, this fight is one of 4 that we have coming up in the Bantamweight tournament to determine the new Bantamweight Cutthroat champion. The last one, as we all know, was Jake Narcy. Jake Narcy had an undefeated record in the double digits, I believe 11, 12, and 0.
Yep.
Recently won in Bellator at the Hammond Horseshoe Casino. So, you know, this is definitely one of those things where you're following, it's a tough act to follow, you know. Whoever wins this tournament, and I think it's rightful that it's a tournament. And Sean G stands up now. Jerrald Williams actually looks kind of tired. You know, Sean G has a lot of muscle, so does Jerrald Williams, but Sean G...
that's a big shot to the stomach.
Body. That was
absolutely
not a shot to the groin. That was definitely a body shot, a legal shot.
It's a beautiful knee.
If I were Sean G, I would stand up and back away right now. It's a nice axe kick. Wasn't sure if that was legal in amateur MMA. I guess it is.
Now is Jerrald ready to get back up?
Yeah, Jerrald, you know, I think Jerrald's a little gun-shy now. I really do. I think he's a little gun-shy.
G has just got so much power.
He does, and he's a great athlete. He's a very, very good athlete. And, you know, Jerrald wasted a lot of energy trying to keep Sean G down. Sean G with the takedown. Ribs, you know, he's labored breathing right now.
And if that's the case, that's definitely going to make the next 2 rounds a little bit more difficult for him.
Sean G very confident right now, and Jerrald, I think, still very gun-shy.
Sean is just so powerful.
He really is. Sean G pushing away. Nice left hand there. Sean G lifting
got the guillotine.
Guillotine by Jerrald. We'll see if he's a slam. Jerrald almost came on top.
That.
Yes, he did. Sean G on top, controlling this second round. You know, one thing I really like to see is fighters who evolve. And when we first saw Sean G a year ago, I'd say, you know, he was strong, he was powerful, like he still is, but he didn't have a whole lot of technique. Now you can see he's a lot more fluid in the stand-up. His ground game has come a long way. There's still a ways to go, but he's improved noticeably, and that's what you want to do as an amateur. And he's getting better every time I see him in the cage.
I totally agree with you. When he first started, he was more of just a big power puncher, to be honest. I mean, he's always in great shape, but he kind of lacked that ground game and a lot of technical skills.
You know, you can see he's realizing right now he's going to get taken down, I believe. But he is realizing the things that he needs to do. He's going for the right overhooks and underhooks and putting his arms, for the most part, the right way. So you can definitely see an improvement. Jerrald on top right now. Let's see if Jerrald can actually do some damage here.
He's got to capitalize on this takedown. The one in the first round, he just didn't do any really damage. I mean, and that really cost him the round.
If I were him right now, I'd straighten that right leg out, kind of sit through the side mount and go right to the mount position is what you can do from that position right there.
And G just seems to content just to hold on and just hopefully get a stand up.
Yeah, you know, that's one of those things. That is the rules. It's on Jerrald just as much as it is on Sean to provide some action, and if Sean can just hold on, then he's going to get stood up.
And I really think he definitely wants to be on his feet. You know, even had that takedown a little bit earlier. I think he's really still more comfortable on his feet.
Yeah, absolutely. And one thing that we have to keep in mind, I'm not the judge, you're not the judge. So that first round, while I scored it, Sean, you did too, based on that knee, there could be some judges who like wrestling. Yeah, absolutely. You know, so you know, Sean G certainly isn't ahead by a lot, if he's ahead at all. Guillotine attempts by Sean G. That's tight. That's tight.
Can he ride out the round?
Tight.
And he made it. Here we go. Get ready to start round 3.
Round 3, you know, and I have to say, this is anybody's fight right now. This is, you know, it could be 2-0 either way. It could be 1-1. You just don't know. So this round, I think, is going to have to do a lot to determine the winner.
Yeah, both these fighters have the ability to end this fight in the round as well.
Ooh. Uh-oh.
That one might have landed a little low.
Yeah. Sean G needs to throw that lead left. He needs to throw a lead left, not a looping left. When he throws that looping left, like he just did, Jerrald Williams comes underneath. And, you know, Sean G did a little bit good job, though. Yeah. Straight left.
He gets a takedown. He's got to do something with it.
Jerrald's corner yelling no submissions, posture, and punch. You know,
why
again,
are they yelling no submissions, Gabe? I mean, if it's a close match, does he have to finish?
Yeah,
you know, sure he has it?
I disagree with that. The only thing that I can think is, you know, Jerrald may not be the greatest with the submissions, but also you go for an armbar, for example, or a triangle, a leg lock. There's always the chance that you don't get it and end up on the bottom.
Absolutely,
so
end up in a worse position.
I think right now his corner thinks that Jerrald's in the lead, and they're wanting him to ride out this fight on top.
Do you agree with that?
You know, it's a tournament. To a degree, I do. You know, I don't necessarily think that he's a clear-cut winner of one of the first 2 rounds, but I can definitely see where his corner's coming from. If they think that he needs to stay on top and ride it out, then I can see that.
Just seems those rounds were so close that you just wouldn't want to be.
It's definitely a dangerous call. It very well could be 2-0 right now, and if Jerrald wins this one, he's still not going to win the fight. So, you know, you never know. Sean G, you know, apparently he tapped. I'm not sure. They said he tapped.
That was odd. It seemed like the fans on the other side were thinking that he tapped.
You know, Sean G shouldn't have let it go there. I'm not sure. Did Carleo stop them? I couldn't quite tell if he just ran there or actually touched them. I don't know, but, you know, regardless, that's definitely a lucky break for Jerrald Williams.
And G trying to make his way to the feet, might give up his back here.
Jerrald Williams, 10 seconds left to go, you know. Jerrald Williams, without a doubt. Oh, he might actually. No, they're not going to quite finish, I don't think.
Might not have enough time.
The judges have scored this a split decision.